This is the Canon R5, and it is a beauty. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to another video. My name is Nikos. Today we're talking about the Canon R5. I did buy it. It is in the studio. It is in my possession, and yes, I am keeping this. I think it's gonna be my new baby. I'm telling you, this is like, oh, I went out and I walked the streets for, a good like 3 hours. I did over 20,000 steps and I just did photos and some video. I wanted to test out the 8K. I wanted to see how that all works. And I filled the card like instantaneous, like this. I was just like, what just happened? Um, and it felt so good. It felt so good to have the 45 megapixels. I mean, the R6 is like, I'm filming on the R6 right now. And if you didn't see the previous videos, I did buy a Canon R6, but then this was on sale too. And with Vistec and some issues we had, they helped me out and fixing all the issues. And I ended up getting this. Very, very, very excited, and I was pleasantly surprised to go out. The first impressions of it, and this isn't the first impressions video. This is just my first thoughts, I guess. Right? This isn't a review or anything like that. I picked up the R, and it's what the R should have been. This is what I felt. Now, this might be because I've watched all these bad reviews, all these people talking about how it overheats and all the bad with it, and yes, it gives the good, but I'm not sure. Now, I haven't seen all the results from the camera. I haven't seen everything. I did my first test on the biggest issue that I was having with the R6, which is 4K and the overheating with that. I just thought the R6, based on everybody's discussions online and all the reviews and everything, that the 4K could handle on the R6 for at least an hour without seeing that overheat symbol in the studio here. But unfortunately, no. I did do that test right away with this. It worked like a charm. All the aspects that I was expecting out of this to see, I've been pleasantly surprised. I don't know what else to say. I'm so excited to get out and use this. I got to see the quality of the photos I took. I want to see what the quality of the video is. I did load up some of the 8K footage on my machine. I didn't have an issue with any of the file issues that people have had with the codecs. And so, I mean, I'm going to be doing tests, and this is why this video is being created. Please leave your questions below, your comments, so I can look at what is occurring with what people have said. I'm going to be doing my tests based on my workflow. If you have a particular workflow that you want some questions addressed, no problem. Ask me, and I will make the test. I will do the video. I have the R6. I have the R5. I'm looking at the whole scenario going, well, what's going to be my go-to camera for what situation? I know this is going to be the 4K camera. I know that this will serve as the A cam in my situation with the setups I need. And of course, people will be like, well, you can't do that. But everybody's got their workflow. And for my workflow, this is looking like it's got the win. Now, the R6, yes, I took it out and I had a great time out on the streets just taking pictures. And I mean, and the video. And like, if you just need that running gun, yeah, like it's a good run and gun camera, of course, but I felt like this was more of my run and gun camera. It's just like everything was set to go, everything was awesome, and I mean, it's just a delight. It was a delight. The R6, same thing, except maybe I was used to like the R and how I'm shooting, and the way with the mode button and everything. It was just like everything was just there. Everything was good to go, and the way they made this is what the R should have been. Again, I'm repeating that because it's true. Okay, and the features in here, if we just had half the features on the other camera, or better yet, just like 4K uncropped on the R, like that would have been like, if they could make like an update for that. Like, I mean, it doesn't overheat at all in 4K crop. So if you just uncrop it and like maybe give us a heat warning at an hour, that'd be great. But I mean, like, this is the bottom line. Like this is I can't wait. So again, I'll be doing some tests. I'll be walking through the scenarios of my workflow and how the tests have been conducted. I'm going to be testing out a few cards to see what's best with the cards. I have a few more videos coming out on the tests I've done with the SanDisk and the ProGrades. So I will be, and those on the SD UHS-2 cards, I will be testing out some of the new CF Express cards that I picked up for this camera, and we'll be doing some test runs to make sure that we understand why we need the camera and for what reason, and will it hold up, because That's what everybody should be doing with their cameras, and not be surprised when they're out on a actual shoot and then being like, why didn't I test this beforehand? Well, that's all for me. I'm gonna go play around with this, my new baby. That's what it is. Hit a like, subscribe, and of course, drop your questions below, your comments below, and don't forget, check out these 2 videos.